Uh, let's see who all join, and then we can start the session. Hmm? So I thought to discuss a few topics today, and then few interview questions. One of the question, I mean, couple of the question I have asked in the community group even. So I mean, you can see how uh, the small questions it could be a tricky. You might know the answer, but sometimes you get confused. So so that's how you have to think thorough and then respond on any question. So let's see who join and then we can start. Okay, so yeah, let me anyhow clear that point. A product owner is the solo responsible of the product. He's the owner of the product, but generally the spike stories or any kind of enabler stories or architectural related stories, it's not like a product owner is responsible to create. I mean, he can create on behalf of those people, but is not. So basically, in the during the planning session or refinement session, it discussed and then they come up with their own stories. So nobody should be restricting to create the user stories as long as it is valid, it is giving a business value, you know and it is kind of productive in terms of your whatever the product you are developing. It is giving a value into that product. Okay, so this is how you have to think of. And today I have posted one more question, so just go and see. If you see, I mean, it's going to be, I mean, you have to think then answer. Okay, not see, you think in the practical perspective as well. Okay, so some of the uh, sometimes, I mean, the bookish knowledge doesn't work. You have to think, apply to your practical, then only you can think of. Okay, so Hardik and some other person responded. Hardik and Harsha. So yeah, see, you got your. I mean, based on your understanding, I understand you responded on that query, on that opinion thing. Okay, on my post, community post. But see, BA and PO don't differentiate these two roles. Okay, in a team or in a particular organization, if you are working, BO and PA are the same. Okay, they are not different. So don't imagine there will be a PO role and a BA role both. No, it's not like that. It's a PO role only. Yeah, it could be possible there is a PO from client side. That is possible. But within your team, there is no BA role. If I talk about role perspective. Okay. So Hardik, it's BA and PO are the same. So, but the question you responded, no, it's not correct. As I explained, it can be anyone who can write within your team the user stories. Okay. Harsha, I think you mentioned BU and PA. I had the same answer. I'm trying to. Your question, I got. Yes, this is the correct one. Yeah, uh, you answered correctly. Sometimes also created. Yes, that's correct. One more comment was there. I'm just waiting for someone to. What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh yeah, that's question. Mind map. Can you explain about mind map? Okay, so you know why we use mind map? I mean, so meaning of mind map. So mind map means your thought process. If you're trying to solve a problem, uh, or understanding the business problems or key issues from the client. So the way you write that problems statements, their requirements in the document. Similarly, it's a mind map is a tool that you can basically use to see the different verticals you can create. Okay, different verticals you can create, and then each vertical represents a section of their problem statement, or could be a section of their requirement. Okay, so either of the situations, mind map help you to visualize what are different aspects of their problems, or what are the different aspects of their business requirements. In either of these two situations, it helps you to see the things in the broader perspective. And then each vertical line, the mind map, which is going branches, right, that you can pick up and elaborate more in details to reach to that conclusion, what is exactly it's a pain point, or what is the exactly is the requirement. Okay, so that's a effective tool to put your thought process in a more kind of low level understanding, so that it's a presentable, basically it's a presentable approach of the uh, that you can share with someone, that you can show to someone, you can discuss with that. Okay, so it basically presents your understanding on top of their problem areas or business requirements. So your understanding you can present in the mind map. Okay. What is the next question? What is that? Please come up with a video on adaptive circle engine versus current engine. What is this one here? Amit Agrawal, can you please elaborate more on this question? Can you please elaborate on this question? I just mentioned. Okay. So, okay. How can I find case studies? Okay, 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 okay. Just trying to find a relevant question, so that we can talk more on that topic. Or you can also post your questions. Okay. Okay, so I was just trying to pick up one topic. There nowadays organizations are working on. I mean, they are trying to enforce that tool. Tool name is the Team Charter. So, what is Team Charter first of all, and then how it is important in your agile practice, lean development, lean agile methodology, right? So how it is important. So basically, team charter is to, so you are setting up a team for your project. Okay, then and then you basically, first of all, are you able to type here? I don't know. Okay, so team charter basically helps you to determine, or helps you to give a kind of a vision and mission to the team, so that you will be, your thought process, your work culture, your aim, your objectives are same, like you might be having. So as a product manager or product owner, your team should align your thought process to deliver the project in a right way, right timeline, and right quality. Okay, so that establishment, a product owner, product manager define along with the team members in the team charter. The team charter gives a guideline to the team to perform well, to achieve a same goal, same vision, same objective. Okay, so team charter is defined at one time, but yes, it can be revised time to time if you see any deficiency or see any gaps you might have created earlier, but you find now after a few iterations, kind of thing. Okay, so that's the beauty of this one. I mean, see, think about it. People are coming up with different mindsets. People are, one is developer, one is architect, one is DBA, one is QA. Okay, so they, and then within that there will be different mindsets. Why I will put my effort. Okay, but I why should I worry about it's been achieved or not? People will think about, oh, I'm a good tester, but it's a developer responsibility also to test and validate. Why I will put my QA effort 100% only? I will test only these things only. Why should I be, putting that much effort? Architect will say, oh, I will design the solution architecture diagram or a technological architecture diagram, but I will not be responsible to deliver the project. So that different mindsets basically comes, and then it will basically may be challenging for the product manager or product owner to deliver the project, because people they have within the team, they are working for the project, but they are having a different mindset. And until unless they don't have a same vision and mission, you definitely cannot deliver the project with a good quality and within the same timeline. That's why team charter is important, to set up a guideline for the team, which is being created along with the team's thought process only. I mean, I cannot, a product owner or a product manager cannot create a team charter or enforce to team, no, 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 you have to follow this one. No, it's not the right approach. If you are a really, I mean, think about the leader. When you say leader, leader is not something, it dictates the orders to the team. Leader means it takes the collaboration of everybody, and it might be leading himself as in front of a team. It's not like it's given an order and sit back and relaxing and then it's your responsibility to deliver. No, it's not like that. Leader means bring people together to achieve some goal, and that's what a product manager or product owner does by creating this team charter. Bring everybody's, get into a room, share this topic, throw out this idea. We are going to create a team charter, and then people start creating. Okay, so what is that goal mission? You will define the goal mission. People will agree on that. Okay, yeah, okay, this is what we have to do. Okay, this is about the project we are delivering. Okay, this is the timeline we have. This is the technology we have to build up. These many iterations we might be running up. Okay, so these some kind of basic level idea you will be having, vision and mission and goal. Got it right? So that's the first step of the team charter. And then team chatter also will elaborate you, while any meetings we should not use our phones. While any meeting is happening project level, you should not basically chat each other in the meeting room, or you should not be writing or something. Basically you should be focusing on the topic which is being discussed. Or take example, product owner is presenting the user stories and elaborating for the team for the estimation efforts, and then you are gossip, you are doing a gossip each other, or making fun. So these kind of some behavioral guidelines also can be set up in the team charter. Okay, I'll take example any other. I mean, it's basically you are just trying to set up some guidelines within your team for your team members only. This is how you will behave when you start working on a project. Outside the working hours, definitely you can do whatever you want, but you entered in an office, then you have to follow that team charter. And it is not dictating, it is coming from all the agreements, all the collaboration only. That the When you set up this one, people will try to uh, take that and try to follow that, and then it will be same goal and mission and vision, and then all team members will follow and achieve the success. Okay, so that's the beauty of the team charter. So any organization, Basically, they should be having some team charter established. Okay, if it is not, you are forming a new team. You have to bring everybody. Everybody means within your team members. Okay, go into a room, discuss these things, setting up the guidelines for yourself, by you, for you, and then you follow across the whole project tenure. So team charter, very important question for your interview. Team charter is created for the project, not for one iteration, not for one sprint, or not for one user story. It is created for whole project. Next thing, today I have posted one question. I will respond tomorrow. I will respond tomorrow through this community chat. What is the definition of done when we create it applied to where? I have posted this. You can, guys, you can go and respond that. Okay, it's very important. Definition of done. It applied where? It applied iteration level. It applied user story level. It applied task level, or it applied a project level. Please respond that question. It's very important. Okay. So I was exploring the Microsoft Learning. See, Microsoft Power Apps, it is already giving that some predefined AI apps. It is they are having some models basically, so that you can leverage within your organization wherever respect you are working. You can basically, if you have access to those models, if your company is adopting that Microsoft technology as your technologies, you might have access that Azure Power Apps, and then you can see you will be having a Microsoft AI, and then within that you will be having models that you can leverage in your organization. Suppose you are working on lot of images. Example, I was working for one of the pharmaceutical organization. So there we have to process a lot of clinical research organization, that images, right? The patient images. So if within the images, if you're having some kind of a text written, some kind of a patient information or detailing being given, that you can parse it through this AI. So you process it, AI is working, you have already engaged that AI model into your AI image processing tool, and then it will extract those text for you. So rather than, it will basically cut down your efforts. So AI is using applicable multiple levels: data extraction from your text, data extraction from your document, data extraction from your images. A lot of ways. That's a good stuff. You can go and explore that Microsoft Learning. It's a free basically. Okay, do that. It's very important. And then these learnings will help you also to pace up to the newest technologies been which has been called out on the kind of today's generation. Uh, so that's the basic. See, earlier I was thinking like artificial intelligence is something like a coder will be, basically doing that, but it's not true. See, of course, with the help of Python, Anaconda, these are some language, programming language. Through that, you can create your machine learning AI models and all that machine learning. But if you're not coder, at least you can you should be having the ability to apply those existing AI models. Suppose you are not able to, you are a functional basically, yeah, okay, little techno functional, but you're not a coder. So how you can be contribute in the AI thing? So you should be understanding the things, and then if there are existing models available in the market, then you should be having a visibility how you can utilize that existing model, AI model, within your organization or within your project. That at least you can do, correct? Yeah. So that you try. Microsoft Power Apps are giving a fabulous, platform to learn and grow. So that are free. Try it out. Okay. I was having one good question actually. I'm not sure where it's gone. I had not responded. Guys, okay. One quick question. One quick question. It was there very interesting question actually. Information amazing. Please keep it. What is that? What is that? BA Bach. Yeah, one Akash Gupta, I think he has asked this question. BA Bok. So BA Bok is an international, standard of the for business analysis. Foundations. Okay, so BA Bok, it's a basically standard. Okay, where the business analysis related practices been written. Okay, how the business analyst should do the practice in a real time project or any kind of IT organizations. So it is having some kind of certifications, CBAP is the top one. Okay. And then CCBA. Okay. So those are some lower grade certifications. So those are internationally recognized certification. If you have those certification through BA BOK is a guideline. Okay. So IIBA is the main institute. Okay. But BA BOK is it's having some versions that will give you the guidelines. Okay. So IIBA is the main institute, International Institute of Business Analysis. It is having some certifications. So through BA Walk, different versions, it will be launching the books and all content material that you can subscribe. It's not free. You have to, subscribe that. You have to pay the fee, and then you will be learning those things. And then writing the exam will give you the certificate if you're passing that. It's a little critical, little typical also. Not critical and typical, it's little hard. Okay, so if you're planning, you should be having very dedication in that one. You can join an institute or something that will give you, kind of a training, and then you will be leveraging that. Okay. I mean, personal, if you're having so much focused, definitely you can try, you can subscribe those BA books, learn it, and then you can attempt it. The fees is high, that's why I'm thinking you should not lose that fee amount, right? You should be clearing this thing in within that hour. I mean, within that fee. I mean, I think only one attempt you will be getting. It may be changing day by day, so you can go and BA website, IIBA website, and then you can get more information there. Okay. So one more question. Same things. I can see multiple, same responses been recorded to multiple, multiple times. Okay, no problem. Maybe because of to pull up my attention. No problem. Yeah, thank you. Mm, okay. This is really interesting. Okay. What is the role and responsibility of a client BA? What is the difference between client side BA and IT company BA? It's very, I mean, I can tell you in the one line I can respond to you, but let me just little spend 2 minutes in that. See, client side BA. So there is a client, it is having one representative from business analyst. This is the service provider, it is having one representative. So client owners will not talk to you, right? They will appoint to somebody. Somebody could be SME also. SME means subject matter experts, may not be dedicated BA business analyst. But whoever is being appointed from the client side, you will be talking to that person only, not the business owners, not the client side owners. Okay. So it is assumed the client side owners, the top hierarchy management are passing their information and then requirement to this BA or SME. And then when you interact with this person, it will be giving you all the requirement which is gaining. It is highly chance he might be not able to collect the whole requirement when he is transferring the client management transferring to his own BA. It may be a chance because when you collect directly, it's your full responsibility. When you're collecting from someone else, it might be a challenging, it might be not having the same kind of level of understanding which client owner or business owners are trying to achieve or trying to elaborate. Then it is important for you, when you collect your requirement from the client side BA, you should be doing one final review with the business owners always, to make sure his understanding is clear, and then you get the sign off. You can definitely interact with, this is the first point of interaction, but the sign off, you side review and sign off, you should be taking from this person. Okay. That's what I am saying you. This is okay. I mean, this is important to, for sign up process. Okay, don't take sign up from the SME. You should be taking sign up from the business owners. Okay, so understand from the agile perspective. If it is agile model, that I told you that this is the process of the normal waterfall model. But if it is a agile model, this is treated as a what is called uh, proxy PO. Proxy PO means it's a client side PO, and then you are the PO of your service provider. You will be handling your team, so you will be interacting with this PO. So this PO will be creating a user story for you. Keep remember one thing: you will not create a user stories, or if you create the user story, you should be validating those acceptance criteria with this PO. Otherwise, he will say you have created your own, and then I am not responsible. I will not accept the user story at the end of the day. So if you are working with the client side PO or BA, give the requirement creation thing with that person. You don't create. Or suppose he say, no, no, you only create. So you will create, but you take the approval of this person. Otherwise, it will be problematic in the future. Okay. So once you have this settlement, when you have the settlement, you keep on interacting, give the demo to him, and then system demo. One is the iteration demo. You can do this, invite these people on the CC, the business owners. But when you do the system demo, I mean, couple of iterations work you want to demonstrate, that you can do with this business owners. You make them mandatory. System demo, I mean, month of kind of a 5 6 iterations of 3 4 iterations, you should invite them all. That's the culture you have to establish. You have to convey, you have to establish with your client. Pause. Okay, we are okay to work in this structure, but only the problem is, we will be following this style of execution. Otherwise there is no, meaning of. I mean, you should be having that visibility what we are developing. At least not in every iteration, at least in after two three iterations, you should be coming and reviewing. Okay, so that's the way you can establish that. Okay, one important thing I will talk about, definition of done. Today I have posted one question, but again it's really important. If your organization doesn't have definition of a done, then it's really impossible for the client side PO or client owners to accept the user stories. Okay, if they're putting everything on you, then you can only accept that, but it's not a problem. But generally it is by the client side PO. Okay, so the client side PO accept these user stories, but it should be as per the definition of done. In next session, I mean, I will take two sessions, Saturday Sunday, in next weekend, one hour or half an hour. I will talk more details on definition of a done and definition of a ready. Why it is important, how we can create the definition, and which level we create this definition of a done, definition of a ready, and how it is playing a important role in your agile execution. Okay. So today we have talked about team charter. Please explore more on that topic. Team charter is very important for organization level when you are establishing a new team for your project. Okay, and then definition of a done and definition of ready. A lot of questions comes around these three topics in the interview. Okay, so today we have covered the team charter. Next Saturday we will cover definition of a done, and next Saturday only, Saturday Sunday we will cover on the definition of ready, or vice versa, definition of ready and the definition of done. We will go in the sequence. Okay. So I think, yeah, I think I've tried to answer the questions. If you have any further questions, for the next you know live session, you can go and write that. Okay, I will try to. One more question is, I haven't do BA right essay. This is really important. Oh wow, how I missed that. Okay, so the question is, do BA write test cases in U? Second question, in UAT, what does BA do? Third question, what is the process and which tool is used do in the UAT? The lot covered couple of questions here. I will try to write one by one. Okay. So BA in UAT process. Okay. So BA in UAT process, basically BA can write the test cases as long as there is no QA in your team. So generally BA doesn't responsible or PO doesn't responsible to write test cases. There are dedicated people who write the test cases, but they write the test cases based on the acceptance criteria you had described in the user story. So the QA take 100% input while writing the test cases based on your acceptance criteria. Okay. So so when you basically define the acceptance criteria, they pick up the functional and the non-functional, both kind of acceptance criteria. They create their test cases. But yes, the QA is not, should not, will not, should not restrict their thought process and create the test cases as per the acceptance criteria. No, they should be covering some kind of exceptional cases. They should be covering the corner test cases, negative test cases, alternate test cases. So writing test cases is not a responsibility of a BA or PO as long as there are a dedicated QA in the team. But if there is no QA, you are going to write the test cases. I'm telling you, I have written in my past organization, small organizations, when you work, you should be writing the test cases. Okay. Now come to the UAT. UAT test cases. It's not a BA responsibility. It's not a PO responsibility to write the UAT test cases. UAT stands for user acceptance testing. It means someone from the client side should come and write test cases in which he want to validate this tool, the product you have delivered, product you have put on the UAT environment. But sometimes, if the client is not technical, he may invite you to participate while writing the test cases, UAT test cases. So basically, you will be helping to the client side BA, PO, or SME to write the user UAT test cases. Again, you will be helping, you will be not be writing the UAT test cases. Now the third question, who execute that? It's the client side BA, PO, or SME will execute the UAT test cases, the build, the version of your product you have deployed on the UAT version environment. And then once it's satisfied, it go to the production. If it doesn't satisfy it failed, you will validate which test case has been failed. Is this a really valid test case, valid UAT test case? You will check and find out in your requirement, oh, you are something validating which has never been asked to develop and implement. How you can put that in the UAT test cases? So UAT test cases always go with the agreement of the product owner and the client side, whoever is writing that UAT test cases. You cannot allow them to write or perform the UAT which is nowhere related to the existing requirement. If it is something new, you can say, boss, we will take care of these things in the upcoming release. We will write down this as a requirement, but this is not a valid UAT test case, correct? So this is how you should be countering. You should not denying everything, but you should say, "Well, this is not required. Is not the requirement as of now. It seems interesting and it's a valuable. We will incorporate in the next iteration." So UAT test cases is being written by with the help of, if they need, PO and BA, but execution is based. If the client side BA, PO, or SME should be executing the UAT test cases. Sometimes if they're not technical, they invite you also. So BEPU also participate during the execution of the UAT test cases while they are testing. So then there self you can counter, oh, what is this test case? I mean, how you are executing, this is not the right step. Why you are not putting a right value in that one? So you are ignoring the validation criteria and all that, and you are making this test case fail. But it's not right approach. The right approach is this one. So you guide them. So that's how it's a collaborative sometimes, or it's totally solo client side responsibility. Or if the client is not non-technical, they can ask you to participate in every phase of the UAT process. So it will go into the collaboration. Okay, I think I answered. I mean, Just think about what I have just told. Okay. Okay. Next Saturday, we'll talk upon definition of ready. The Sunday, the follow-up Sunday, I mean the coming Sunday only, we will talk on the definition of a done end-to-end process, how we create, who create, where we create, it applicable to where, and how it is important for an agile methodology. Okay, guys, thank you for joining. Have a nice weekend. Keep learning, keep going. Thank you.